Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And some room to run now. And they got this down to about the 12-yard line. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, "Out of my way," and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Throwing on first down is Lance. That's caught by Ayuk on the slant. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Dickerson. He'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Dickerson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. This is the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Down inside the 10, and he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Pat Fryermuth, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
On 4th down, Dickerson, and in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Dickerson. And that is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Dickerson. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. Touchdown. Chase Claypool. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception. Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued. Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Dickerson. Throwing left sideline, complete. That's Austin. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play. And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. First down, here's Mitchell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week. Yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 48 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
We are in for a good one as we're through one. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Dickerson. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Now Lance completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
Here we go, set. Black one.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. They run over center with Mitchell. And he loses the football a second time. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Second time in this first half now, Charles, that he's coughed up the football.
And both times, I think, they were in spots where he's got to think about covering up the ball. He's got to revert to his fundamentals in those practice drills where they carry it through traffic. He's not out in the open field where he can swing it a little bit, cover it up, and take care of it.
Able to hit his target. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
It's not exactly round and round we go, but I'm looking at the poor defenses. All right, back-to-back possessions. The ball's turned over.
Back-to-back plays.
I mean, just that quickly, and you think you're going to the bench to get a little break, and all of a sudden you're hearing sudden change. Get back out there, grabbing your helmets and running back out on the field. I don't think it's going to affect them much now, but if this keeps up, you're going to have two very angry defenses. You don't have the offense to take care of the ball.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 57 yards. And the Niners get a bit closer. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they have their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
From the 38, Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this one is incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Harris running straight ahead.
And he's got some space here. And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Dickerson. And incomplete on the deep ball. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Calvin Austin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Drive starts with a give to Mitchell. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Lance. He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. Lance looks to throw again. The same target, same result. It's Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now Lance again. He's got Ayuk once again.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up 4th down.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still 3,000 yards, a good season.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Going for it, it's Mitchell.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Now a timeout signal for, they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
And Lance now to throw. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
This no good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Throwing on first down, Dickerson.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
They hand this off to Harris. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And they'll lead to 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. Dickerson.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. He's going to have the first down and then some.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards, the final tally.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there. And he did a lot of that on that play.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now here's another carry for Harris.
108 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On the delay, here's Harris. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now.
49ers 27. Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The Niners take over first down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Lance.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Okay, ready? Check you.
A give running right is Mitchell.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Yellow, line.
A toss left side for Mitchell.
And some room to maneuver. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
101 yards rushing now for Mitchell. He's got a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Watch out now. 50 fury. Quick, yellow.
Right back to Mitchell here.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Lance looking to throw it. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Lance.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And Lambeau will put this one through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now an option play on second down.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
The Steelers on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Dickerson.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 14 yards that time for number 14. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Looking to throw. Dickerson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Here we go.
Harris going to get it again on second down.
And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Dickerson finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On the ground, it's Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A give up the middle to McFarland. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. McFarland running out of the gun. Sharp there with his feet, gets him a little extra space, and then drop just inside the 20. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. An inside handoff. This is McFarland. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Boswell's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Lance now on 1st down. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. From the gun, it's Lance. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel from 3 yards out. And the 49ers
Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And he lost the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
They'll toss to Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was